close that. Let's open this. This is a very hurried stream. And by hurried, I mean, not even slightly. This is the year of no games. You're right. This is last year we had too many games. This year we're going to have no games. The way that it should be. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how long. Ow, Jesus fucking Christ, it's loud. What the hell?
Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Are we back to human levels of noise? I think we're back. I think we're good. I think we're having a grand time. It's the weekend. We've just started the stream. We've already been raided. We're going to lose every single game. I'm going to get mad. 40 minutes into the stream, I'm going to go, why the fuck am I even here? It's going to be a great time. How was the, or I hope that you had a good holiday time. I did. I had a decent enough holiday time. It was surprisingly busy for somebody that doesn't have children or is connected to, like, the wider family. I went to a New Year's party only in, like, my hometown, but I went to it on, like, zero sleep, and the first thing that I drank was, like, rum and coke. I didn't realize that it was rum and coke, but when your first drink of the day is alcoholic, something in your brain just, like, shuts off, and thankfully mine was, like, the desire to drink anything else. And so I had one rum and coke at 6 p.m., and then I went into the New Year's sober. And I was like, this is incredible, I guess. That's the way to do it, son. It depends. Maybe if it's, like, you have an office job and a drinking problem, then maybe that's the way to start the day. Do one drink, and then you just go, you know, not feeling it. And then just drink water for the rest of the night. But when it's New Year's, and it's like the last New Year's that all of your friends are 20 enough to know their limit on drinking, but not 30 enough to actually commit to their limit, it's like, that's not the environment where you want your body to shut down and go, you know what, no more alky. But I did do that. I didn't realize I was talking to my diary. Oh, cheesy peeps, man. It's not Alcoholics Anonymous, but I guess, I don't know. Here's to you. Here's to turning on the HUD as well. We love when the first half of the stream is just the main menu, because I don't know how to talk and play video games at the same time, and also I'm forgetting where everything is. It's been a slow week for my brain. I've, like, this is January 5th at this point, and it's like my January 1st just kept going, where I've just, like, I rolled a charisma. I rolled 0 on charisma, rolled 0 on energy level. I went to bed, and it's like, you know what? Some days that's just how it be. You go next. I just keep rolling zeros, and I'm like, where's the energy? What's happened? It's incredibly frustrating. I've started changing what I'm eating. I'm getting desperate at this point. People, like, go out and exercise if you've got no energy. It's all about, like, maintaining the battery, and your battery's a little bit fucked. And I'm just like, brother, when does it start to rebuild? I'm fucked. I spent Christmas with my family that I don't like, based, and afterwards decided to not meet my friends for New Year's, not based, but I don't know, cheers. Good job, I guess. Not really. It's definitely not a good job. It's definitely, like, behavior that, if it continues to develop, escalates into isolationism. But I mean, I'm sure it was just a one-off. Maybe you were tired. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is a bit of a hot take, but in the world where we have developed empathy for people that just want to be by themselves, people that just want to, like, be like, you know what, today I'm just not feeling it. There's occasionally a part of me that thinks, like, maybe we've overdone it. Because the moment that you say, like when not the other day, this would have been weeks ago, but weeks ago, I had a nosebleed before I went on a flight to France, and it kind of freaked me out, and so I didn't go to France. It was only a weekend, it wasn't like a big thing, but it was like I cancelled plans. And then I hopped into a Discord call. I was like, yeah, I didn't go to France because I'm a little bit anxious. People were like, is everything okay? Are you alright? Like, what's, like, going wrong? And I'm like, brother, I just decided not to. Like, it's not that deep. And now, like, now that I think about it, every single time I bring up, like, anything, it's like a welfare check, but like you're on the brink. And I'm like, brother, I'm fine. Chill the fuck out. I'm fine. You're fine. If it was like, I'm in tears, maybe the situation is a little different, but I'm just, you know, otherwise I'm just having a good time, and every once in a while my brain goes, what if you died in the next 10 minutes? I'm like, oh, fuck, this sucks. I like your cut, G. I don't at the moment. At the moment, like, the back is a little bit too built up. You can't really see it on camera, but in person, there's a very distinctive, like, line. And so I look like I've, like, it looks like I'm cosplaying wanting to go into the military. Nah, as in, like, you have a sexy head. Okay, well, I'll take that, I guess. Thankfully, the camera doesn't show off that, like, if I'm coming in from the side, like, I'm coming in like this every single time I'm talking. My neck wants to go horizontal. It's not good. This character's ass in this game, right? Street Fighter 4 is one of those games where you look at it and you go, I should get into Street Fighter 4. I never really got into that game. You check your playtime, it's like 150 hours, and it's like, where did it go? What happened? What lifetime was I playing Street Fighter 4 in? And why do I not remember, like, anything about it? Can you exclusively play Hakan today? If I read the message earlier, maybe. Is this what Vega does in this game? Is this what Vega has always done and I just haven't been paying any attention? Street Fighter is one of those series where it's like, yeah, I kind of know Street Fighter relative to, like, everyone else in the population. But the moment that you ask me specifics, I'm like, brother, unless it's Ryu and Ken, I don't know what the fuck this character do. I know what Ryu and Ken do. I know what Urien do in Third Strike. I know the Third Strike characters, actually. The moment you give me a Third Strike character, it's like, I kind of know what the fuck's going on. Ibuki? Fuck no. I don't know what the hell that motherfucker does. But anyone else, it's like, yeah, I think I get it. I'm surprised that you're getting a playable connection. I mean, I've had this discussion before, but I've been in the connection mines before. I don't really mind a delay-based connection. I think it's like, you know, fine. 99% of the time I'm gonna be losing because I'm losing anyway. So, like, the connection being 2 frames better I don't really care. I don't really even notice. Am I still inspired by funk stuff? I think that on YouTube videos, I'm trying to remove inspiration. The answer is yes. I still talk to Funk every once in a while, and I still like Funk. And I still love his videos. But I find myself every once in a while, like, forgetting what my own videos feel like. And so the answer to that is yes in the skills that I've learned, but no in the idea of, like, no with the idea that I'm trying to be inspired by him. That's what I'm trying to say. I get what you mean. I'm glad you get what I mean because, like, damn, it's a slow day in my brain. You want your own vibe? I mean, I have my own vibe. I just keep forgetting it. The issue is, and this is, like, the situation socially as well, is that I'm just kind of like a little bit of a chameleon. I don't really ever remember, like, what my own personality is because I'm just trying to match somebody else's the whole time. Me, the most socially active fighting game player, going, yeah, I feel like I have a decent personality. It's the guys that I'm talking to, but phrased slightly differently. But yeah, it is mostly try to maintain my own vibe, basically. I wanted to sub/PayPal/Twitch. Wait, I'm dumb as hell. But PayPal/Twitch. I don't know how I'm managing to stumble over so many words recently. So normally, when you're streaming like an hour, 2 hours in, that's when you start like fumbling the bag. Words come out of your mouth, they all come out wrong. T's come out as D's, it's all fucked. But recently, I've just lost the ability to speak normally. Even in like general conversation. The moment that I go to say anything, it will come out slightly wrong, and, like, the words all make sense, most of the time. The words all make sense, but they never come out in the correct order, or they never come out with the right vowels, and I'm starting to think maybe brain tumor. Now, that might be a little bit extreme, but also, I can't think of what else it would be. The big stupid, maybe. But I feel like if I was just getting stupider, then that wouldn't happen so it wouldn't happen over the course of like 2 weeks. It would have been like over the course of a year, your brain has become cooked. But in the last like month, I'm like, my speech is deteriorating like rapidly. I have that too, and also I have ADHD. Well, I don't think I have ADHD. My brother has ADHD. But now I'm like, well, I don't want to go and like try for an ADHD diagnosis because one, I don't want to fuck around with the British healthcare system right now. In part because one, it's just like, you know, a little bit fucked right now. And another part is because it's like, well, I don't want to contribute to a problem. I don't want to make it so that somebody else can't get their ADHD diagnosis because I'm going, you know, sometimes when I stream a little funny, you know? But also I don't want to steal my brother's stick. He's the one with ADHD in the family. I don't want to be like, yeah, me too, mum. Please. My brother has an Xbox. I need an Xbox. Where's my ADHD diagnosis? Come on. Also, there's an Adderall shortage. Well, I mean, like, that's probably not a problem. I'd want to find out that I should be concerned about the Adderall shortage for myself, as opposed to kind of going, oh, fuck, there's an Adderall shortage. Better find out if I'm affected by it. Just go the other way around. It's almost like you'd be related or something. I mean, I don't know how ADHD works. In fact, I'm pretty sure most doctors are like, we kind of know how it works, but not fully. But I'm pretty sure it's not like genetic in that sense. I'm sure that there's... Me and him being related doesn't mean that I have ADHD. I'm pretty sure there's nothing to suggest that that would be the same. You know? Maybe there is? I don't know. Go to a speech therapist? I feel like a speech therapist would be a bit... It would be a bit expensive for the problem that I'm having. It's not like I'm a public speaker and... Or like I have to do public speech for the government. And I can't say words in front of, you know, any particular group of person. I just... You know, sometimes I get on stream and I go, I should really say words better, but my brain can't. I randomly had blood in my urine. This is an overshare as hell, but, you know, you've overshared it into my chat, and so it becomes words that I get to read. I randomly had blood in my urine, and I thought there was a tumor in my balls or something. ER found nothing, and then it randomly stopped. I have a hydrocele, which is a lump in... I don't know if it's like a lump in the testicle, but it's like a lump in the tube that connects the testicle to wherever cum goes. I don't know. But I have like a lump, and for like a year, I was kind of fretting about it and putting it off because my brain just don't work. But the moment that I went to the doctor, they said like, well, it's been like a year and nothing's happened so far, so like, we can get rid of it, but you might as well just fucking keep it. And so now it's like I have a son named Steve. He lives in my balls. And most people's children at the moment live in their balls, but... You know, my one's never coming out. And depending on how much of a gamer you are, yours might never be coming out as well. Like that guy from Mad Max Fury Road. I don't know what the fuck. It's been a long time. Poor Venom Main Jr. I don't know what the hell. Can we please change the conversation? Hell no. I came onto stream playing a game that I don't understand. You really think that the conversation's gonna be good? Hell no. Damn, that was the moment that I pressed forward. That was fucked up. Today I accidentally started day drinking, which sounds dubious as hell, but I went outside. So outside of the moment, we've got like a bunch of like cans of drinks because it's colder outside than it even is in the fridge. And so we just shove a shitload of cans outside. You go and you grab one, you get a drink or whatever. And I reach into this like box that is labeled Coke Zero. I reach in, I grab a Coke Zero, I kind of forget about it, and then like an hour and a half later, crack it open, start getting it down my gullet. And I'm playing Age of Empires, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm losing, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I just can't, like, I can't put, like, 2 and 2 together as quick as I normally can. What is going on? And then, like, 2 or 3 losses later, I was like, I'm really annoyed for no particular reason. What has gotten into me? And then I go to, like, take a drink, and then I realize, like, I haven't been drinking Coke the whole time. I've been drinking Copperberg all day, and I haven't even noticed. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me? I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely a lot more unsober than I was supposed to be. What color was the can? The can was black, but I'm not thinking about the can. The moment that you like reach into you don't reach into a box that is like kind of concealed that says Coke Zero on it and go like, well, this is like definitely going to be, what's it called? Like, this is definitely not going to be Coke Zero. It's going to be Coke Zero. And so, the moment that I picked it, I was like, well, it's gotta be Coke Zero. So the color of the can didn't matter. Color of the can would never have mattered. My brain, by that point, had already made the choice that this was gonna be Coke Zero. I want a game right now where I hop in and I'm like immediately... I want a game that is simple enough that it is just like, am I gonna jump in or is he gonna jump in? And I want a game that is... And I want a game that is really fast. And I want a game that nobody else is good at. Which I think is just a single player game, but that is what I want. That's a weird way to say Ultra Kill. The issue with Ultra Kill right now is that it's like... I haven't even finished Layer 7, just because I don't have the... not attention span. But I play like one level and I'm like, I'm full. It's too rich. Which is, I think is just a case of I've played it too much. And like, I need to like, wait until full release. But I'm like, fuck, I love this game, but I can't stomach playing it. What's happened? Sounds like you want to play Tetris versus a CPU. I think I just like, I think right now, and I mean this genuinely, I think I am just a bit bitch made right now. I think that's all it is. And I'm like, I want to play a game that doesn't exist. Because I'm looking for like an emotional space in my mind that is contradictory. There has to be some obscure game on Fightcade that's perfect. Remember the part where I need everyone to be bad at it except me? See, that's the problem with Fightcade. On Fightcade, everyone playing an obscure Fightcade fighter is going to say that they're not good at that game while simultaneously accidentally gatekeeping the entire game by being too good. And that's just real. Like, it's not, like, it's nobody's fault. I'm not saying that, like, oh, and they're a dickhead for it. I'm just like, you know, it's just the case that everyone is a bit cracked, and nobody wants to deal with that. It's just how it is. Just play Xrd. I was thinking of playing Xrd. My issue with Xrd right now is that it's just like, I just don't want to play Xrd and then think about like who might be on the other side. I'm like, you really like anime. You play this game because you like Elfelt, not because you think the movement is cool. And that's like, I don't know, there's no problem with that, but for me, I'm just like, I just want to play a game where I could comfortably sit down with the person who I'm playing against and be like, let's have a bev. And I understand I'm playing Street Fighter 4 right now. Probably everyone that is playing this game is insufferable, but let me have my contradiction and eat it too. Everybody in chat has to get onto the Jackie Chan Fists of Fire lobby right now. I'm confused. What do you mean you're confused? Me contradicting myself in one sentence 3 different ways? What do you mean? What do you mean you're confused? Now this is the Street Fighter 4 that I remember. This is the Street Fighter 4 that I remember, and I'm like, you know what? This is fine. I don't know. This is still like my toy to me. I don't need every game to be cracked online. Play one of the older MVC games. Yeah, I can play Ultra 3, but the issue with Ultra 3 is the same as like all the Fightcade fighters. You know, I'm cracked at Third Strike relative to my friends that have never played, not Third Strike. I'm cracked at Ultra 3. Why am I not just calling it Marvel? I'm cracked at Marvel relative to everyone who's only played 20 hours of Marvel 3. But also, at the same time, I'm nowhere near good enough to play against anyone who is actually still actively playing Marvel. You know, I know how to make a fucked up mix-up with one character because Boom can box dash and it's basically instant, but I don't have a fucking clue how to deal with all the infinites and shit. I'm not gonna lie, the super bars at the top is ultra based. That's what I'm saying. King of Fighters, that's actually not a bad shout. I'm gonna say no for the sake of playing into the contrarian bit, but you might actually be You might actually be on the money with that. Strive. I was actually thinking of playing Strive again. Not because of Elfelt, but because of the 3v3 mode. The moment you make a fighting game that has, like, multiple characters playable, I'm not excited necessarily, but you're gonna have me more interested than a 1v1 fighting game, which I think is the sign that I've played too many video games, realistically. Have I tried Rising? I did try Rising. I tried the new Granblue for 4 hours. I played the free demo, and it's not for me. It is a game that is fine. It's a game that's even good. I'll say it. I'll be controversial. Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, fucking fighting games and their fucking stupid names. New Granblue is good, but it's just not what I want. I want a faster game that has unblockables and bullshit and dumb shit, and I'm good at it and nobody else is. I know it's a contradictory statement that I'm asking for a game that doesn't exist. I just want a game that doesn't exist. I want a game that will never exist as well. Let's not even allude to the idea that, like, this video game could exist. I want a game that will never exist. Hey Leon, you're playing an honest footsies game with no bullshit. You, a Street Fighter fan who has never actually played Street Fighter 4, reminiscing about your favorite Street Fighter game. Oh, it's so honest. It's so honest. This happens with every single version of any fighting game as well, by the way. People that have never played the fighting game will sit there and go, wasn't that version of the game so based? It was so honest. And then they realize when they finally go back and play it that they were right, actually. But what they don't realize is that they've deluded themselves. They're playing Ken Ryu the whole time, how they think the game should be played, and they're not playing Vega Boxer the way that the game is played. Project L will not be that game. Project L is a game that I will be the top 40% of the player base, and I will pretend that I am the top 2. I'm surprised that I got into any of these games at all. Same. I was playing Clash Royale on my phone earlier, and I was thinking to myself, how the fuck am I the guy that got into fighting games and Age of Empires in the last, like, 2 years, when this game where you put units on the field and they go forward and they do everything for you is, like, the most fun that I've had, like, all year. Am I just that stupid? Isn't Street Fighter 4 one-frame links without buffer? I mean, I'm sure it is, but, like, at the same time, I think Street Fighter 4, maybe I'm dumb as hell. And feel free to correct me if I am dumb as hell, if there's anyone in here that actually knows what the fuck they're saying. Street Fighter 4 is a game where you can do, like, all the one-frame link bullshit, and, like, it's got some insane execution barriers. But it's not a game where, like, you realistically need to. Most characters, from what I can tell, have, like, normal into cancel, and if you have some meter, you have normal into EX into a special. And, like, that is good enough to get you through, like, 90% of the player base. Maybe I'm wrong. I did just play, like, a game against a Cammy where I took 3 throws in a row, and then I realized I'm not winning this round, and so I took my hands off the stick. But I still think I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong as hell. Maybe Hussein, who just joined for the first time and just now followed, is like, this guy's dumb as hell. But, you know, maybe I'm right. I'm just trying to be maybe right, you know? If that Hunter x Hunter... I'm so ashamed that I knew what HXH was. If that Hunter x Hunter fighting game coming out looks any good, I'll be super excited about it. Based. I didn't know that there was one. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit shit, but I will pretend that I am excited. Please, no arena. I feel like surely there's got to be an arena fighter that is going to come out that is, like, actually good. Coney in the chat going, arms, arms! But, like, surely there is an arena fighter that's going to come out one day and it's going to actually be fucking sick, and everyone's going to go, actually, you know what? Maybe these games are a little bit dog shit, but they're not too dog shit. I always thought that arena fighters were fun, but also very unbalanced, which is based, to be honest. You know what else is based? I was playing Tekken 3 today, not even the other day. For once in my life, I say the other day and I have to go the other direction instead of fucking 6 months backwards. I was playing Tekken today, Tekken 3, and my save file got deleted. and I had to unlock a bunch of characters again. And I thought to myself, this shit's sick. I love unlocking characters. I'm like, yeah, I know that Heihachi's in this game, but I kind of like, I don't want him. I want to go and unlock this motherfucker. You get to like play a round of arcade mode and then you get a little treat at the end. I'm like, yeah, I fucking love this. Bring back unlocking characters. Oh, it's bad for tournaments. Me. I don't fucking care. My ass is not playing in tournaments. I be living in my room and I play this game without the concept of like actually getting any good at it. Like, let me have my cake and eat it too. I mean, either way, there's always cheat codes if you want all the characters immediately. That's what I'm saying. A sense of pride and accomplishment? No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like a sense of pride and accomplishment comes from unlocking characters, which, to be fair, I might be taking you incredibly out of context and this is going nowhere. But like in Tekken, when you finish arcade mode, it's not that you get the character and the character is a sense of accomplishment. You get the character and you just have like a slight sense of mystery. I know all the characters in that game. I know every single character in that motherfucking game. But I still get a sense of like, what if I unlocked Mr. Krabs next? You know? Maybe this is like insane random ranting, but to me, I want to unlock characters. I want the game to actively gatekeep shit from me, and I just get it sometimes, and I'm like, this is cool. I miss finding out about characters by unlocking them and not just in trailers. That's what I'm saying. Bro, I'm so fucking mad as hell that whenever a new fighting game comes out, it's like, what's like the mystery of this game? Like, when I go in, what am I gonna find out like later that I didn't like know initially? And it's like, you're gonna find out fuck all. Unless you want to find out about some frame traps, and I'm like, fucking, I want to find out about frame traps later. Sure, when I've dedicated myself to being a fucking moron, but I want a little bit of mystery in like what's actually like in the game before the game comes out. I just don't understand why every single fighting game that comes out has to be like, you know, documented before it's even come out. I'm like, come on, brother. Give me some mystery. I hate that Street Fighter 6 just told us who all of the DLC characters were. That's dumb as hell. I can't believe they did that shit. You might even be lying to me in chat, but I'll believe you. Games with mystery don't sell anymore. Hype is needed. Mystery is not considered hype anymore because all the mysteries existed before were flops. Maybe true. I don't have any way to verify that, and I also don't, like, intend to verify that. But, you know, at the same time, I don't really care if my game sells. Obviously, I'm not saying that, like, you want games to sell. I'm saying that, like, you want... I'm saying that you're pointing out why games don't have it, but, like, you know. My ass doesn't care. My ass just wants my shit to have funny shit inside of it. The DLC got leaked, so they just said, here's all of them. Oh, okay, that's fucking... That sucks. I'm on team that sucks. I'll say it. Actually, that's kinda ass. In Tekken 8, there will be a Heihachi unlockable costume, Copium, maybe, but also, what a stance to take on that. I don't even remember what I just said. I could have said some awful shit, and my brain has not even clocked that I've said it. I can't wait to come back next week, and I'm like, bro, I have, like, a brain. Like, I actually, like, can form a sentence. I feel like this is one of those weeks where, you know when... Do you remember that Matthew Matosis video? It's like meta micro videos where it's like a video about making videos on the internet. But like he acknowledges in it that it's like, it's kind of a bit like lazy. It's like doesn't really like have much substance to it. I feel like streaming while talking about streaming is the exact same thing. Like it fills the air, but I'm not like saying anything. And none of it's particularly relevant. But does it even need to be relevant? I mean, it does. If the stream's gonna be good, then yes. And like, I don't think anyone, maybe this is like how some people approach it, but like, I don't just come in to clock in. Or like, that's not the goal. Obviously, sometimes you gotta just like clock in. But, you know, one of the problems with the internet, or like one of the problems with like content creation is that it's become a job, and so it's like you kind of feel a need to like clock in. And so there's a lot of people that have like a lot of potential, but they're going to be out here having to make ends meet with the video that they make, and so they're not like, it's not that they're not putting in effort, but it's like they're not gonna save themselves for the best moments. It's like, no, I need to make everything all the time. What am I even trying to say? I don't know. Tribes 3 would be so much fun if I could get in a fucking lobby. I fucking knew it. I looked at Tribes 3, I said, this is sick. I cannot wait. This game's gonna be dead in a week. How long has it been? A month. Okay, I'll give you that. It's been a month. It's been more. But I knew it. Leon trying to make a point challenge. Impossible. It's true. You shaved your head and your opinions immediately got worse. I think they've just gotten less coherent. It's still the same thought pattern. I just, like, can't articulate it as well recently. That's all it is. Well, it's not actually out. It's in, like, weird 48-hour playtest periods. Yeah. It's doing the closed beta thing where it's, you know, it's not always open so that whenever they need to test something, they can guaranteed get matches. But I knew that that game was not going to live for very long, and it's looking like it really isn't going to. It's like a Super America pilled game, which is fine, but I don't know. I don't feel like you can make a video game anymore and have it be insanely America pilled. In terms of, like, audience, at the very least. It's weird because it has a Georgian film studio behind it for some reason. That doesn't make any sense. I know that it's being published by Hi-Rez. Like, Hi-Rez is, like, a shadow company that's, like, putting money into it. But it's weird that it's, like, under another company that is also a thing already. Weird. What about Darkstalkers? Darkstalkers is so based. Darkstalkers is based, but also, this is my butt. At the same time, it's on Fightcade. And the issue with Fightcade is I don't particularly like streaming it. Not because Fightcade is bad, don't get me wrong, Fightcade is based. But there isn't like a lobby that you go back to. There isn't like a training mode that you get to wait in. And sometimes you'll just be waiting 20 minutes to find a game. And I'm like, that's stupid as hell. I don't want to wait that long. You can make coherent points in those 20 minutes. You're not wrong. Also, oh fuck. This is another thing. I hate death matches. Like, I love a best of 3. A best of 5 is also fine. The moment that we start pushing like best of 7 and more, I'm like, brother, fuck off. I don't want to be around one person for that long. Like, whenever I'm playing a fighting game, I want to play 2 matches, maybe 3 with the same person, and then move on to the next person. It's part of what I like about Melee so much, is the fact that the console, you can just plug in and plug out constantly. And so instead of having to deal with like 3-man setups where it's like some guy is sat at the back playing with his dick or whatever, it's like you just like play winner stays on the whole time. I'm like, that's based. That's so sick. First to 2 is boring. I mean, fair enough if that's not what you want, but I just want to play first to 3s, first to 2s. I don't want to mess around with anything else. Just go on, just do first to 3s on Fightcade. Stop making excuses. No. This is not the... Because I'll always ask for, like, first to 3s or first to 2s. It's the other people will ask you to just play... Or other people will refuse to play, like, ranked, which all of the game limits are. And so you're, like, kind of, like, rolling the dice every time you get an invite. Or every time you send out an invite, because there's no, like, standard. Okay, first to 2 is boring. I'm just gonna lose to some idiot using gimmicks, and then they leave. I mean, but that's kind of part of the fun. Somebody gets to just, like, play a bullshit kind of like goofy gimmick set character, and it's like they get to just like have a good time with it instead of being like, oh, I like developed this gimmick. It's like kind of fun to run for a little bit, but then after like game 3 they know what's going on, and I'm like, first to 10s advocates are just being paid off by YouTube channels that record Fightcade sessions. I can't believe that those are things. Every once in a while I'll get recommended like a Fightcade replay from one of the like content farm channels. I wouldn't even call them content farms, but like the channels that just constantly upload like just random matches, and I'm like, why does this have like 500 views? Like, who is watching this? That and like, oh my fucking god, like Tekken videos that are like all unblockables in Tekken 4, and it's like, who the fuck is watching this? Who cares? Why does it have 1 million views? It's just people enjoying things, and I feel like a bit of a boomer because I'm going like, why are people enjoying things? But also, why the fuck are people enjoying things? Why are people enjoying Watching unblockable compilations. Who fucking cares? I randomly played rival schools with a friend one evening, and he got a bunch of our matches in his recommendation with like 3 views. That's fucking bizarro. Algorithm literally asked, is this you? It really did. That was fucked up. I think I just want to play like Cookie Clicker. I don't know. I think I don't want to play a fighting game is what I'm like really getting down to. I just want to play like a single player game that just feeds me serotonin for no particular reason. Gambling? Do I just want to do gambling? I think I just realized. I think I just want gambling. I'll play blackjack. Monster Hunter? So true. I was thinking of playing Freedom Unite recently. Do you just want to play like Civ or something? No. I want something like really, really stupid. A waifu gacha game, basically. I want a waifu gacha game, but without the waifu. The 2 hours of blackjack really was worth the £100. No. I want to get paid for playing blackjack. I will make this my last game because my brain is cooked. Leon wants to lose money while talking to random chatters. I want to gain money while sitting in my room by myself. I think that's what I want to do. Can you play SF4 but also have a game of Subway Surfers going the whole time? Maybe. Pull up the Family Guy's funny moments. Well, that's the thing. That's like asking for me to be overstimulated. I don't want to be overstimulated. I just don't want whatever I'm getting, you know? All right. That's enough gaming. I'm just not going to play Street Fighter. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stream though. I'm going to come back next week, hopefully with an actual brain instead of whatever the fuck I'm doing. Bro got double perfected and still got EDE. What is EDE? I don't even know what that is. EDE. I can't even think of like a funny acronym. Whatever. Oh, the ranking at the end. I see. Okay, yeah. I disappear. Bye-bye.